might pull out one, but I doubt it.
I mean, for the sake...
You have to give it to LeBron because he can pull out one. He has the ability to. Nobody can doubt the king. And you can't doubt Adam Silver either because he wants that revenue money. I heard if the Warriors win tonight, then they have to pay so much to these networks for not making it last.
Yeah, Time Warner. What is it? It's only 5 big boys now, like Viacom, like swallowed.
That shit
Well, yeah, so in my honest opinion, people who are listening, I don't know. Motherfucker, did you think I had some good shit to say? No, I don't. I have 0 good shit to say.
You should.
I have no clue.
Because you want
and let's be clear. I am a OKC fan. Let's be clear about what life is.
I understand.
If KD wins, you know, they say, does he deserve it? I will say yes.
Damn right he do.
I would say he deserves it because he decided to go to a team, and this pains me, people. But
a win is a win. 4 wins at that.
Is that what that is? And I think it'll be a sweep. That's honestly how I feel. I think these niggas is like, you niggas beat us. We didn't have Draymond Green. Andrew Bogut was hurt. And you guess what? We about to beat you at home just like you beat us at home last year.
Whoop that ass. I think tonight might.
You think about the clipping? Do you think it'll be a clipping like an ass clipping bad?
Either the Cavaliers are going to win or the Warriors are going to blow them out. One of the two.
I don't see it no medium. Yeah, no medium. No gray.
Hell no.
Because I think it'll get bad.
The only thing gray is going to be LeBron's face at the end.
But you see the thing about, and they say, who's the best player in the world? At the end of the day, and who's the best player in the world and who's the greatest shooter in the world? They say Steph. KD's been shooting 56%. Let's keep it a blade. The entire
shooter.
Yeah,
Score,
they say that.
Durant.
No, they say that
shooter
is
Steph.
How is Steph a better shooter? KD's been averaging probably the same amount. They're scoring.
It's like,
but my nigga, but let's keep it a blade. Like I feel like I don't feel like KD has ever shot under 45% in his life. Keep it a blade.
You got to go back and look at the stats.
And we should go back and look at the stats because I think I keep it a blade. I don't think he's ever shot under 45. Keep it a blade. Like I don't know if this nigga's ever shot 40 because 40 is very subpar. I mean,
That's
just
good.
keep it a blade.
Like behind 3-pointers.
40's not that good. But fuck 3-pointers. This nigga's like 45% from the 3. He's KD. He's 6'10". He's shooting over everybody. Shit is unfair. Motherfuckers who's listening, it's unfair.
Shout out to Steph. Charlotte. Throw them foes. You know. Anywho, community, welcome back. This is episode Moral of the Story podcast.
We are back. Yes.
This is Christopher the Mastermind.
This
C_TOP_. And y'all are familiar with the voice.
Yeah, this is true. This is Jamie. Whoa. No more LL Cool J, none of that good jazz. Doing my thing. Look me up at Free.Lovejoy, Instagram, whatever. And we just doing our thing. We about to talk about some good jazz.
Yeah. You know, I'm gonna first start off talking about how our background, how because we did some previous podcasts
for sure,
and I kind of told people how I was introduced to certain people. I didn't want to brand and all that stuff too. So I think because out of all the people, you was the first person that I met.
Yeah.
Out of everybody else now,
we met way back.
Arrowwood. Was it Arrowwood, right?
Yeah, it was Arrowwood. Yeah, it was Arrowwood in Old Pineville. Arrowwood in Old Pineville.
Yeah, that's on the motherfucking the court. Well, it wasn't the court, it was the parking lot, but they put a goal out there.
Yeah, they put a goal out there.
For the niggas.
I don't know whose goal that was.
You said you know whose goal it was?
I don't know whose goal it was.
She was mine because I ran that bitch. So my cousin broke the rim trying to dunk on that motherfucker.
Wait, yo, that was a myth too. We thought it was everybody. We thought it was a nigga from Sun Valley.
No,
that's what but that's what niggas were saying.
Oh, okay.
They were saying it was a nigga from Sun Valley. I was like, oh shit,
because they didn't know.
Because we didn't fuck with niggas from Sun Valley. It was like we over here, y'all over there.
I didn't remember that.
I was over there.
I was a kid. I didn't have no beef. I didn't know what beef was.
Shout out to my nigga not having no beef.
I had no beef. I was just
let's jump right into it because
we gotta give some more background.
Okay, so I've known Chris for At least 17 years. What was funny was
you're right.
17, yeah, because what was funny about the whole situation was when we first moved down here from New York, Rochester, stand up 585. When we first moved down here, I think you and your moms moved out of the neighborhood first, and then y'all moved to Archdale, and then we ended up moving to Archdale too, maybe a year later, and I met you again coming down the street with my whole damn family. It was me. Ben, Jasmine, my brother, and then I was like, "Oh shit, nigga, you live over here?" We live down the street.
And I told y'all to come get these buckets. This is
He's
like
a liar. He's a liar.
like Brandon in the last episode.
He's a liar.
I told you to come down and get these buckets.
Let's be clear, BZ is not a hooper. BZ is just a nigga that plays basketball.
Don't like that, man.
No, I'm going hard. That nigga's BZ. If you're listening, you're not a hooper. You're just a nigga. You're like a player coach, but you don't get buckets.
He had the little mini crossover, man. Like
he had zero crossovers.
The Tim Hardaway.
Wow, this nigga Chris is wild. Zero crossovers. This nigga swag.
Don't do it like that, man.
No, he has zero crossovers. I will say this: what is fucking very distinctive about Chris? He watched Vince Carter a lot, and he decided to try to dunk on everybody on a retractable goal. Not on not regulation.
It was like 7.5 or something like that.
Vince Carter really did it for him. Were you a North Carolina fan?
I was a Vince Carter.
I was gonna say you was a players fan.
Yeah.
You was like, I like him, but it wasn't North Carolina. You never struck me as like that North Carolina guy.
I have a college team. If I have any college team, it's UNC Charlotte because they're from Charlotte. Throw them foes. What?
Yeah.
I heard them niggas suck though. Anyway,
but you know what? They got the football team,
and
shout out to them actually getting it.
They've been playing yet? They played?
Yeah, no, they've been around for 2 years now.
Right. Well, yeah, we started going off on tangents and shit. Then we roomed together and shit like that.
Yep, we roomed together.
I had a little dorm. We called it the dorm. It was basically like a dorm.
Yep.
So
because everybody came through
in and out that motherfucker.
It was crazy. Yeah, down the street from where we are right now.
That shit was a motherfucking party house in that motherfucker, boy.
Not initially though. Let's keep it a blade. Initially, we were hopeless. we had nothing going on. Yeah, we had zero going on.
Who started that shit off?
I don't know. I think it was organic.
It's probably corn.
You think it was corn?
Probably.
Was it corn? I don't even know if it was him. I think it was just so organic because we were the youngest cats on the block, and we had a fucking apartment. I don't even know how we got in that bitch to this day. The black lady in the leasing office really fucked with us because
she wanted that commission shit.
Facts. And then it was just crazy after that.
She probably wanted to fuck one of us though. Me, you, or Corn. I don't know who it was.
Wasn't me.
Probably was Corn. I think
probably was Corn. Because he she wasn't big. She was okay. I don't. She was like a.
She was healthy.
She was like a melting candle. I don't think it was at all. I don't know if it was. I don't know. But I don't know if Corn had anything to do with it because we had the income. Me and you had the source of income because you remember I was working up the street on Weston House.
And Candace.
And then you, in fact, shout out to Candace. Shout out to Candace on the plug. The homie. Oh, shit. The homie, I seen her like 4 years later at Speed Street. She was like, hey. I was like, hello. Yes. Right. I'm Chris's roommate.
What you mean?
You remember me.
Oh, well, she tried to out, she know you.
No. She didn't try to stunt. But I was just, I seen her before she seen me. One of those type of situations. Right. It was like, oh, and I was like, yeah, hello. Where Gail at? You gotta do that shit like, I ain't really fucking with you, but where's Gail at? Yeah. Which I had zero chance, people, just for the record. I was it
didn't matter though. We was young thugging.
We were stupid.
We was out here just trying to make it. That's all it was. Shit.
For sure. We were the youngest cats in the neighborhood. 19, 20, you were working at the West End. I was working for Gardner Bender.
Doing valet.
And I was making $850. Keep it a blade.
I was making less, but I was making tips though.
Yeah, you was making tips. You was doing it up. I was making $850.
The tips was alright.
Tips was a blade. You was winning. On the tips. And you was driving a Neon, so it was all the way winning.
What the fuck that got to do with it?
It means, nigga, we put $20 in that bitch. We was out of here.
We was right. Well, niggas didn't put that much in gas back in the day, boy.
We didn't offer Chris gas because he had a Neon. Give me the blade.
Put $10 in that motherfucker. You riding for
Give me the blade. I'm looking at Chris like, bitch, you drive a Neon. Nobody else drove but you and Michi.
No, Corn.
Corn dropped that ugly shit. That shit that you had to get in from the back. Facts. Hanging on your passenger side of your best friend's right. That's what the fuck we had going on.
No, his power steering was out, remember? So he had to turn on hard with the motherfucker.
Extra tight. And I took, keep it a blade, I took Corn's car one time to Indian Trail. Because I couldn't get your car because I think you were gone. I drove your car a couple of times, not too much. Chris is very frugal.
What, beyond my wheel or something? That's what you're trying to say?
Yeah, like took your car and you weren't there. Like I probably took your car.
Where the fuck was I at?
No, what I'm saying, I probably took your car like 5 times in life.
Where was I at though?
I don't know, fucking around.
I wasn't fucking around. I had a girl.
You definitely. He's lying. He's a liar. He was fucking around. I have no fucking clue what he was doing. Yeah, fuck it. It's too late. It's 10 years. It's 10 years later. Fuck Chris. He was definitely fucking around. Not on his girlfriend, but like after they split, because they did split people. He ended up fucking around, and it was what it was. Fuck Chris. Chris. Let me tell you something about Chris. If y'all don't know, Chris is the most modest, quietest nigga. You need to look out for them quiet niggas.
I be chilling.
Quiet niggas will ruin you.
I be chilling. I don't do
He's a liar. Quiet niggas will ruin your life.
A lot of people don't talk. I'm talking at the moment, so I'm not too quiet.
Yeah, okay. Here's a podcast, people. The fuck out of here. That's like some extracurricular shit. But at the end of the day, he's a quiet assassin. Like, girls just be like, why he ain't talking? I'm like, bitch, I don't know.
Yeah, chill.
But that was his game, though. I feel like he wanted to talk, but he wouldn't talk because he knew in life, if I don't talk.
Chill.
And then he had the credentials. So it was like, I work at the Westin.
Yeah, no, I guess the Westin.
I'm valet. I'm fucking super cool. Get the fuck out of here, you valet ass. Like, I get tips. I'm like, all right, we get it, brother. No, I got the master bedroom.
Nah, cause y'all don't want to pay extra.
Fuck out of here, boy.
Fuck it, I paid 20 extra.
Nobody. Okay, let's keep it a blade. Let's rewind, cause Chris is a fucking whole lot liar. It was supposed to be me and you.
It was $333.
No, nigga, it was supposed to be me and you though. You fucking put Corn in at the end, at the last minute. Oh yeah, you put Corn in at the last minute. Fuck that shit you talking about. Okay. That's exactly what you did. So bitch, I had no clue. You put Corn in the day we were supposed to sign the lease. You ain't shit.
No.
That's a fact.
So maybe a few days. Shit, nigga was getting a 3.
First of all, who was Corn?
You had met her before, because I wouldn't have did that.
Okay.
It was at the court.
Okay, people.
Like you didn't know the motherfucker.
How about I played basketball with Corn twice, and then Chris is like,
basketball is all about unity.
And then Chris was like, by the way, Corn's moving in. I'm like, bitch,
I didn't say it like that.
You know what I said?
You said, all right, no doubt. Because we're going to pay less rent. That's all it was about.
That's what I was thinking. We living in this plush-ass fucking apartment complex. At 19.
That shit was smooth.
Oh, it was amazing, people. Just want to let you guys know, my room smelled like juices and berries. My
shit smell like whatever.
Chris's room smelled like Bojangles and fucking. But Chris had the system, so he had to wait until Chris opened his door. He was that guy. Like he had all the systems. He's been that guy since I've known him. But if his door was open, then you can kind of be like, "Hey, Chris, can I play the game too?" That he might let you play. There's a possibility, and he smack you off.
It wasn't like I was like selfish or no shit like that.
He was definitely selfish. Fuck Chris.
I might have been in there.
Let me tell you, y'all niggas don't know Chris. Chris is selfish as fuck. You know what? If Chris will help you out, for sure, because you want to know what? Him and his mom, facts, they are those type of people.
That's some false shit. I ain't selfish at all.
He's a liar.
I'm a giving, caring type of individual when I want to. It's
okay.
only when I want to, though.
Okay, because you feel it.
You ain't getting that shit.
And this nigga just pulled out a whole pack of the gum out of his pocket. Fuck out of here. Oh, yeah,
anyway. Yeah, I want one.
So, no, I'm good.
I was selfish. I'm offering.
Yeah, no, don't offer us shit, your bitch ass. Well, anyway, let me jump right into it, ladies and gentlemen.
Jump right into what?
How do you feel?
No, hold on, nigga.
No, I want to jump into it.
No, we gotta. That was a bad segue.
They know why. They know that was a great segue. They know you ain't shit. Let's leave off of you ain't being shit.
No, we was gonna get off.
He trying to segue his way.
History part, huh?
We're off the history. We want to get into what we really came here for.
I just put some gum in my mouth. Let me take this shit out because that don't sound good to white people.
Oh wow, this guy. So Chris, let me set it up. We were out. We were going to watch game. Was it 2? Was it 2 or was it 3?
Yeah, it was 2.
But we were together for 2 and 3 though.
It was 3. 3 hours at the crib. That was my
Facts. So 2, we get out and I'm talking to the other Chris Watson. Shout out to Chris Watson, Baldy. So we just talking and Chris is doing his thing. Everybody's pretty much doing their thing. The Warriors are smacking on the Cavs. And then, there's a miscellaneous group of niggas behind us, but you really never think nothing of it as a guys. You do your thing.
I just want to say
this segue is great because I'm getting into it.
We should have brought up the other shit and then said
no, because I'm a segue
about these niggas after the fact.
No, I'm a segue because I feel like it broadens the scale. So these fucking weirdo ass niggas. By the way, it's 3 of them. One of them look gay. Facts, and I feel like the nigga was gay. Shout out to the nigga being gay as fuck. Gay rights, you gay ass, taboo face ass nigga. Shout out to you. But this nigga's like, hey, y'all watching Side Chicks of Charlotte tomorrow? And my man Chris Watson was like, what time?
Because y'all jolly and shit. He all friendly.
Jolly. He's a jolly.
Ain't no wrong with being friendly. Don't get me wrong.
First of all, my son is bald, so at the end of the day, all bald niggas is jolly as fuck. Let's just give it a blade. They're stupid. They're like when you think of bald niggas, you think of Boris Cujo. He's jolly as fuck. You think of Damon Wayans, jolly face ass nigga. You think of Marlon Wayne. You think all them jolly face ass bald niggas. So this nigga was like, oh yeah. Y'all watching it tomorrow. So my man was looking like, well, is it coming on tomorrow? He was like, where? And he was like, we the side niggas of Charlotte. And I said, y'all the side niggas of Charlotte. He said we the side niggas. That's what the nigga said. He said we the side niggas of Charlotte. And the side chicks of Charlotte, that's our thing too. So this is when you turned around, cause see, you probably didn't know what was going on because you turned on him. But the nigga, facts. But the nigga,
this was game 1. Game 1 because this was Thursday.
It could have been game 1.
It was Thursday.
Game 2.
It was Thursday.
Game 2 was Thursday
because we was at Inc.
Game 1
and I remember
was
who was at the
game
table.
1
That's
was Sunday, my nigga. Game 1 was Sunday. Game 1 was Sunday.
No, it wasn't. That was game 2.
Well, whatever.
We was back at Inc. But yeah, go ahead.
We're not even gonna get into all the discrepancies.
Yeah, that didn't even matter.
But just know facts. But just know that Chris Allen, C-Top, turned and fucking disrespectfully was like, nigga, fuck no. Him doing his film thing and been doing that for a while. But Chris Watson decided to keep on entertaining. So I'm just like, all right, cool. So I asked the dude.
I guess they want to be friendly with
me.
But
and mind you, let me give you a premise too.
This is my city.
Because them niggas look super lame. Like, I know. First of all,
I ain't to talk about nobody. I'm here to be objective about.
I don't want to be objective
about people trying to slander my city with this bullshit.
Is it slander?
I'm talking about them niggas. Fuck them. But.
Are them niggas slanderous though?
Fuck them niggas.
Or are they opportunists?
Opportunists.
There's a difference between slander and opportunity.
No, I was talking about you slandering them. Like saying
shout out to me slandering the fuck out these bum ass niggas. Like, I don't give a fuck. I'm Jamie. Everybody, y'all niggas know me. And
this whole show is all about opportunists, though. All these
yeah.
But yeah, go ahead.
So.
Continue.
But anyway, so the niggas said, "Oh, we just do," and let's just keep it a blade and let's just be honest. Like, as me being Jamie and Chris being C-Top and everybody being everybody, Mastermind, shout out to Mastermind.
Hey.
But when a nigga look like he got some shit going. Them niggas look like legit clowns.
They wanted too much attention from it.
And honestly, it's no hate, there's zero hate. They just look like clowns. So I automatically, as many people I know, it's just like, you don't really look like nothing. So then when I asked the short cat in the front, I say, yo, do you know my homegirl? And I told him the name because I don't want to be explicit. But I told him the name. And he said, who? And I was like, my homegirl, she was on Power 98 legit today. He was like, oh, what she look like? I'm like, that was strike one. I'm like, how do you not know who your castmates are if you, quote unquote, are the side, quote unquote, niggas? So then he was like, oh, describe her. And I just started describing her thick, woo, 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 this, that, and the third. And he was like, oh. And I was like, nigga, it took you too long. So moral of the story is, them niggas walked off. Chris turned his back. And it was just one of them situations. So I think that the topic for me initially for tonight is, do people feel like these ladies or gentlemen are taking advantage of Charlotte and using Charlotte as a platform for corniness?
I'm gonna say they're using Charlotte as a platform. I just think Charlotte just happens to be where they are at the current moment. They could have did that shit anywhere. They could have did that in motherfucking Real Side Chicks of Pineville.
Right.
If they had the right.
Yeah. If they had the right back and they could have did it. Yeah.
Right. But I mean, I don't think they have back, and I think they should try to put something out and try to see if the people bite off of it. And a lot of people are biting off of it. Got Rihanna motherfucker sending out tweets or whatever the hell she did, saying that she gonna check the shit out. And I just think it's some bullshit. It's like, as much as the Charlotte community tries to put Charlotte on the map, it's like some shit like this is the reason why motherfuckers is gonna be like, oh, this what y'all doing in Charlotte, shit like that. Yeah. It kind of bypasses all the other positive shit that other niggas are trying to do, other people are trying to do to put the city on.
I think it's genius.
Oh yeah, I want to hear this.
I mean, not on no ignorance, but I think, I'm agreeing with everything you said. Mm-hmm. I do feel like there's a genius aspect to it, like I told you when we were there. In life, and especially the social media engineered society that we live in, these cats on some genius shit, the same way I feel about racism. And, giving that parallel. I feel like I'm giving
How are you about to compare racism?
I'm about to compare racism to propaganda. Because racism is an emotion. Propaganda is an emotion. You feel a way. Like, if you feel like I can promote this, and if you feel like you can skew a person's thought process, then that's genius. Because what's really genius about it is when you put it out there and people fucking consume it and they take it to be their own ideology, that to me is genius. So with them putting out the side chicks of Charlotte.
About being a side chick?
Yeah. And I'm giving you my premise. You say the side chick thing, and I told you, I said it's no different from Love and Hip Hop. These niggas, the name side chick alone is the only reason why people are consuming it the way they are. Same thing with racism. I'm better than you because I am white, period, is the only reason why people even consume it, because the people who believe in it, who take stock in it, give it legs. Same thing with the side chicks or whatever. It's like, if you feel a way or you don't, you're still giving it some type of legs, because you're going to at least interpret it and you're going to at least look it up. Whether you believe in it or not, you were giving it legs. Like I told you, if cats really wasn't feeling it, I wouldn't even talk about it. But I do think there's a genius aspect about it, because them niggas is going to get exposure just off the strength of using side chicks. They use side chicks strategically. It's a marketing plan. They knew. Now, whether or not it goes off the ground or not, which we don't know.
That shit ain't getting off the ground.
But you never.
More power to him, though.
But
good luck to you
more
guys.
Power to him. And I don't think I don't wish bad upon any of them. And even in my homegirl, I love her to death. I've known her for a while, because Cats was like, "Oh, or are they really from Charlotte?" Well, yeah, I know her for sure.
I officially seen somebody yesterday, and I was like, I didn't know she was doing that bullshit, but I didn't know she was allegedly a side chick. And I'm just like, yo, all I knew from you to check your ass on Instagram.
But the crazy part about it is, Chris, these motherfuckers probably not really side chicks.
They not. It's all acting and shit. I can go deeper. I can do some deep digging and shit, but I don't want to expose that shit, because it's not my job to do that. I'm just going to give an opinion about the surface of it. So,
but to the people who hold their city near and dear, and they want to see positivity like yourself, Mastermind Films and all that good stuff. And I've known you pictures. Pardon me. Let me correct that.
It's all good, brother.
Mastermind Pictures, but I knew Chris for a long time, and he's always been behind the camera camera as long as I've known him. So I
didn't pick up a camera till like motherfucking 2000.
No, you was recording us when we was peewees.
But I don't really consider that though.
I count that though because I feel like
a little wrestling shit. But I guess I don't.
That was Inception. I feel like you've always been the guy to record. I feel like you've always been on the cusp of creating. You're always a creative, so you can't.
Let me pause this right here. Going back, I wish I had the motherfucking video tapes. One of them shits probably be funny as fuck to see right now.
Right.
But them shits was recorded over by my brother. Shout out to my brother.
Yeah.
He did some shit that I ain't gonna say, but basically them tapes ain't here no more, and I wish I could have them. But you should have looked before you recorded over my shit, nigga. Damn.
But I do feel, and I don't want to hate on them, and this is no diss, but there is a Charlotte has no culture. Keep it a blade, and there's a lot of people bubbling trying to do their thing, and I think when something comes up like this, you're getting exposure from maybe not it. On a positivity level, I don't think it is as positive and as progressive as I think people may want it to be. But on the other flip side, these motherfuckers, whoever this nigga or woman is who came up with this shit,
I heard another
had a design
from Charlotte though.
Yeah, a design plan. This is exposure at its greatest.
And did you see the panel they interviewed?
I seen both. It was two.
I've seen.
It was the second one. They came a couple days after. Okay. I seen the Power 98 thing, and it's like for them to get there, and it started with a thought. That's genius. Seriously, I mean, just in a vacuum is genius. In a vacuum, but in a vacuum is genius. But as far as it affecting people, it's not genius. But they can kind of take it wherever they want to take it because. What is love and hip hop really doing for the black community? It's doing nothing.
I want to say the side chick sure has something to do with affecting the black community within Charlotte. Right. I just don't like the negative because the thing is, I can see if it just stayed, if it was something that was in Charlotte. But it's a lot of people outside that's like people in New York and all of they even brought it up on the Breakfast Club. Well, for it to have gotten that far, then that means other people are going to see Charlotte as. So, that's the place where they're doing a little side chick shit.
The only reason why I think people look at it like that is because we're in the South, and let's just keep it a blade. And I talk about this all the time. Atlanta's always been predominantly more progressive than Charlotte. Charlotte should be
I think we more. Before. We ain't got to get on that.
No, but I'm just saying Charlotte should be a little bit more progressive than they should be. So when Atlanta does it, and when a major city does it, right? New York, L.A., Texas, Miami, whatever. When they do it, it's not taken as serious, right? But when Charlotte does it, we don't come from that. There's a certain prestige if you really think about it. You know what I'm saying? So cats is like, oh nah, that ain't Charlotte.
Right.
So that's why it's like we don't know y'all for that. And then you're a growing, bubbling city in the South. So I think that attributes, if you really think about it, to why people are jumping onto it as much. And I think the name Side Chicks of Charlotte does more detriment to why people are even paying attention to it in general. If that shit said Real Housewives of Charlotte, it wouldn't catch no wings, bro. Keep it a blade.
They get sued, too.
They get sued.
I'm surprised they didn't get sued for that shit. But I mean, they really can't sue for that shit.
But it was strategic. Like I say, to know this, it was very strategic, bro.
Yeah, I mean,
it was strategic.
When I first heard about it, I had a lot of negative thoughts and all that, and I had a lot of negative energy about it. But I just told myself I just have to switch it and be a positive, make it a positive to me, make it motivate me on my side.
So how does something like that as a videographer, as a person who has his own podcast, he's been doing this thing for months. How does a person like yourself adapt to the propaganda, if you will? How do you cipher through it?
Just ignore that shit. Don't put any energy into it. Because I had a lot of negative energy, which is not going to do anything good for myself. It's not going to have no positive outcome.
Right.
As far as what I have going on. So I just had to just be like, it is what it is. More power to them.
Right.
fuck that shit at the end of the day.
Because I don't think it's any hate. I don't think it's any malice. I think it's more frustration on your end. It's frustration because I know that I've known you for a while, and I know the films that you put out, and I know what it takes to do such.
I mean, but I wouldn't even say I was upset about that, because as far as the film, I can kind of control that as much as I go. I mean, as far as the exposure and stuff like that, it's not that I feel like I don't get a lot of exposure. So these people coming here and doing this and getting exposure. It's not that at all, because I'm doing my own route. A lot of people go on that route. I'm doing my route, so I wasn't even mad about that. My main thing, I just didn't like the negative cloud that people just thought is this what Charlotte is and shit like that. Like as we're trying to build and try to provide or be some type of culture, and that's the only thing that people.
Well, the thing is, what's funny, what I keep chiming back into is that, I feel like Charlotte has zero culture. It has zero identity. It's not there yet because
of stuff like this.
But Charlotte has
in the way of it.
Charlotte also has a culture of hating.
Try to copy a whole lot of other.
Charlotte does have a culture of hating, and I do think that it stunts a lot. And I'll take this time to say, shout out to Baby Jesus, shout out to Chezzy Boy, shout out to De Niro Ferrara, shout out to a lot of those guys from Charlotte that a lot of cats might not agree with, and it's not even in the sense of
who don't agree with De Niro.
I love it. Shout out to my boy De Niro.
Yeah,
that's my guy. That's my man. Shout out 50 grand. And I don't want to do specific.
I really don't know those other guys. I've heard of the baby guy, but I haven't heard.
Yeah,
the other guy you mentioned.
Baby Jesus.
I know he did a little wearing a little diaper shit.
Right, and that was propaganda. You know what I'm saying?
I heard of the guy.
But once again, going back to marketing, he did that for a reason. And I think that Baby Jesus. Do I agree with his music? No, but he has a machine behind him. Same thing with Chezzy Boy. Same thing with De Niro. They have machines behind them. When you got people behind you that believe in you and they want you to be great, it don't really matter. And I think even take it a step back, how they feel, it's like, man, I'm gonna be me regardless. So at the end of the day, with the side chick,
that's why I had to get in. That's when I first heard about it, it was a lot of negative energy. So when I just sat back and thought about it, I just feel like I got to be me. I got to do what I got to do regardless.
I got no choice.
Let them do their show. Fuck that show. All that shit.
If it comes to fruition, because it might not.
Yeah, man. If it does, I'm gonna still be me.
Right. It might not. You know what I'm saying? But shout out to them, all the cast and all the people who are behind it. Because I don't want people
Shout
to
out to the auditions y'all having.
Yeah, we don't want to give off that vibe as if we're hating. We're only countering with some type of intelligence.
I ain't hating. Fuck that shit. Though.
Right, because it's gonna be what it's gonna be. But let's dive into this. Aside from them, and
because from what I know, it's only a pilot at this point. Like I said, I heard they looking for videographers and shit. I mean, that shit is not done, so they're looking to try to. I think they got that shit to try to build up some type of steam to try to get some shit, but now they got to actually film a whole thing and do some shit like that. And I would say, I'm not hating. I'm saying this as far as giving my opinion from doing video. Right. When I seen the little clips that they put out, that shit that they put out was not gonna get picked up. Yeah, somebody did that shit on their phone. I've done professional looking type of material to see that shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this? That was the main reason. If that shit looks something like some actual real loving, loving hip hop type. As far as quality, I'd be like, all right, y'all got it, do your thing. But to have that quality out, and I was like, nah.
Let's jump outside of that. Let's jump into, as much as people hate the side chick thing, there's a lot of side chicks out here in Charlotte.
There's a lot of side chicks out here in the world.
In general.
Not just the city, the world, Craig.
I mean, what's funny is that there's side chicks out here. There's knowing side chicks. We want to get in. I don't want to disparage anybody that is, okay, you're a side chick. Yeah, but keep it a blade. The most of bitches that got the uproar, bitch, you a side bitch. Keep it a blade. Let's keep it a blade. Like, let's not do this. Like, the name is really not making you feel away. Bitch, you are a side bitch. Like, and then let's keep it a blade too.
What is the point of having a side chick if she's out in the open? The point of having a side is to be under the rug, swept under the rug. Nobody knows about you.
Side bitches. Seriously, Chris, it's been relevant for maybe 3 years, and usually
popular maybe.
No, that's what I'm saying.
They've been around.
What I'm saying is that they've always existed.
Oh,
anything under the sun is just what it is. Nothing is original under the sun, baby. Let's just keep it a blade. So when you want to get into that real game and you want to get into the real underbelly, side bitches always existed. Now, rappers brought it to the forefront. And here's the thing about women, more so than men. Women made that shit socially acceptable. Because if it wasn't for the women, there would be no side. You dig what I'm saying? Like, if it wasn't for women...
You mean because they allowed it or something? What you mean by that?
I don't even want to say allow more than I would say that they influence it. If it wasn't... Everything...
Break that down.
Yeah, I'll break it down. Everything in life, to me, is counteractive. You know what I mean? There will be no one without the other. Women hate on men and they say men do this. Men hate on women and they say women do this. And it is what it is. Everything is counteractive. You know what I'm saying? There is no side piece, quote unquote, if it wasn't for the integrity of wanting to do such. If you want to be that woman, and a lot of them motherfuckers know. And the same thing with a guy knowing if he was fucking with a girl who had a dude. Everybody knows. Forefront is music, and it is not to put the particular blame on music, because I don't think music is particularly blamed for anything. But I do say that music has made things very socially acceptable. Using bitch, using hoe, side shit. You know what I'm saying? The most administrative degree bound woman is the same woman who will twerk on trap music.
Yeah.
But you don't want that quote unquote guy, but you will pop off need be. Like it's like a fucking yo-yo. You don't even know. Like, you know what I'm saying? So people who feel away.
And I'm not here to shame side chicks. Because we had a previous episode talking about side chicks. So I'm not here to shame them. I'm just here to shut the hell up about it. Like, be a side. If a chick is a side chick, like she gonna do her own thing. She ain't gonna say nothing. She gonna go about her merry way, all that shit like that. But
as she should.
When it gets to the point to where I'm a side chick, when you
and you're glorifying.
Yeah, you glorifying and shit like that. Like, you might probably put that in your bio on Instagram or some shit like that. And I think aren't some of those women that are
some of them are,
put that shit in.
They hashtag it.
Like, get the.
But
shout out to y'all though. Fuck that shit though. That shit sounds stupid. But shout out to y'all.
Shout out and let's get some brief backdrop to.
I'm be positive.
Niggas be like, some of these bitches ain't from Charlotte. I'm like, low.
That don't matter though. I won't consider that being a big deal. Being that they from Charlotte. If they stay in Charlotte, then they can participate in the whole.
Participate in.
Yeah.
Well, let's take it this route. How do you feel? Right. How do you feel about if this is indeed what they're trying to push? If it does launch, and it's a possibility, it's a 50-50 chance. If it does launch, how do you feel about that if it does launch?
More power to them. I hope they get what they're looking for out of it. Let them do their thing. Before, when I first found out about this shit, I was in the headspace to sabotage the shit any way possible.
Right.
But I'm in a different headspace now, so shout out to them. If all the people involved, I hope they get what they want out of it.
Right.
To the best of their abilities. I don't see what I can't see what positive could come from it, because who am I to say that? But more power to them. I'm being objective right now. I'm not gonna be subjective and just say, yeah, fuck that shit.
Are these girls? Do you think any of them are actual side chicks, or do you think it's just straight propaganda? Do you think it's just we just going on with the name? Because honestly, the homie that I know, I don't really honestly think that's the case. And I know, I know her.
The person that that said that she's on the show that I seen a little Instagram post the other day. From what I know, I'm not gonna go as deep because she could listen. Somebody else could listen and figure out who I'm talking about. Right. But from my knowledge, her status was something totally different than a side chick. And we ain't gonna get into that, but so I think it's all like a gimmick. They're just acting. I think that basically I just think they're all on a set to be.
The thing is, like we talked about earlier, I think it is propaganda.
But they have an audition.
Propaganda is key. Propaganda is, especially in the climate that we live in.
But a lot of them now just are starting to get like hosting gigs and stuff.
Yeah, I mean
that's what they want. So I mean, so they can probably get into the crowd of other people that they probably want to go to or some shit like that. I don't know. I don't get it.
Charlotte it
ain't for me to get though.
Charlotte, and let's keep it a blade because I do want to hate on all you bitch ass motherfuckers that do that. I'm a host. Okay, let me tell you what a host is by definition. If you're a host in a party, motherfucker, your ass is legit holding the microphone and you are legit hosting this bitch. Just because a promoter says it's your birthday and he puts you on a flyer and he says you're hosting, you lame ass motherfuckers, you are not a host, nigga, because it's 23, you motherfuckers. Let's just keep it. Nigga, I had to burp.
You get choked up.
You know what I'm saying? But let's just keep it a blade. And let's just let me go off on a tangent.
Oh, here we go.
Okay, yeah, because this happened. Shit. You niggas is whack as fuck. And no, I'm hating you bitch ass niggas. Because y'all niggas do that shit. Y'all niggas is lame as fuck. You put that shit on your Facebook page. It says you're hosting, but you have 0 mics. You have 0 credibility. You're getting 0 money. You didn't pay shit to get on that whack ass digital ass flyer.
They got the bands in the bottles though.
My nigga, you dead ass not getting. Let me tell you another thing about you corny ass niggas getting tables. Let me tell you something. You're a clown if you get a table, unless you got unless you are A, making money, B, you getting residual income to the point that you might not have to work for real. You's a fucking clown if you get a table.
You talking about the hosts people?
No, just in general.
Hold on. Whoa. What
just in general.
Why is that?
I want to keep it a blade because here's what you do.
If you out celebrating, why you can't go out and celebrate?
If you're getting a table, it better be for graduation, a birthday, marriage.
Celebrating life, shit.
Fuck celebrating life. You're stupid.
Fuck
the markup on them bottles is ridiculous.
But it's not for that though. It's not for the markup. Because if you can bring your own bottles in there, you would. It's just, just for the feeling in the
you're petty as fuck, and I feel you. You niggas is lame.
Let's stay on topic though. Let's stay on topic.
Yeah. Back to side chicks. But
the hosting.
Oh, but back to hosting. Y'all niggas is lame, and let's just keep it a blade. And Jamie said it, and y'all niggas know me. And y'all niggas know I promoted for 8 years.
What you want to?
So it's really kind of no denying this. Like you niggas know who I am.
Host, he said, come see him.
Fuck out of here. Y'all niggas is corny as fuck. I hate motherfucking corny ass. And this is my biggest discrepancy with getting a table.
Shout out to y'all hosts. Y'all doing y'all thing.
Shout out to you corny ass bum ass. Y'all niggas is corny and y'all niggas some bum ass niggas. Keep it all the way ablaze. Fuck that shit.
The likes on Instagram and shit. I mean, you gotta shout the people doing what they gotta do. If you gonna give a shout out to the keep going. Do your thing.
Thank you.
Do your thing, sir.
My ray is going strong. Don't be a fucking clown. Keep that fucking money in your pocket, you bum ass niggas. You ain't fuck impressing these women, B. Is it?
I thought we were talking about side chicks again and the host. Why you go back on the tables about getting tables and shit?
I'm sorry.
Did somebody not put you on their table or something? You still salty about it?
Never. You petty as fuck. Wow, you petty. Keep it a blade though, but I think though, as we. And yeah, shit fucked up, tripod. But
what's with these blades?
I think, guys and girls, with the side chick thing, if you don't feel it, don't give it no legs. And we talked about that.
I agree with that.
Just don't give it no legs. Don't even entertain it. You dig what I'm saying?
Don't put no energy into it.
Yeah, no point. Because there's a lot
you're gonna take away from what you can be doing
for sure. There's a lot of good people. There's a lot of great, beautiful, amazing people in Charlotte that are legit doing their thing, and they legit want to see other people be great. Shout out to Jonathan Cooper, J. Coop. What's up, baby? I fuck with you heavy. You my man on the photographer level, and you've been doing your thing. Shout out to Mastermind Films and all that good stuff.
Why shout out Jonathan? Well, shout out to Jonathan.
I shout out to Jonathan
because he doing the side chick shit.
No, but I'm shouting him out because his filmography.
Oh, okay, no doubt. Yeah. Shout out Jonathan.
Jonathan is a dope. Is a dope Jew.
Some dope shit.
And
I was about to look at there's different. I thought you about to say shit.
We gotta promote. We gotta promote our own. We gotta believe in our guys. We gotta believe in our women, especially our black women. And I think guys should always put their best foot forward to believing in your immediate circle, and we shouldn't get too concentrated into, oh, you can't do this or you can't do that. We can do anything we want to do. And if you want to change the identity of what Charlotte is, let's do that. And we're not shaming.
Put the energy into that versus the other thing. Don't be negative about this shit.
Yeah, we want to do that.
Negative energy going.
We're being counteractive to what we're being exposed to. And like I say, it's no hate. I'll do your thing. It's no hate. But I just want to be counteractive because I know people in my circle as much as you know people in your circle.
I'm gonna sabotage this shit if I see y'all filming on dead.
Okay, Chris.
I'm just run straight through the shot.
That's how you feeling?
Straight through the shot, like on some the Family Guy shit. You know, the greased up nigga. Oh yeah, never gonna catch me. Just run right through that.
But we definitely want to, if anything, from this podcast, and I think Chris is a genius for putting that together and having the foresight to doing that. I think
shucks.
I think that's
I
dope
be chilling,
shit.
man. You know, I be chilling a little bit.
Chris like compliments. Fuck Chris. But I think that there's a lot of people out here that's trying to do their thing, and we need to get more. We need to rally behind the guys and the young ladies that's trying to do their thing, so that things like this, it will never get no legs if we had our identity and we knew where we was going and we knew where we was trying to take Charlotte. So that's the biggest challenge is, where do people who are born and raised in Charlotte or people who are coming from somewhere else,
if you get a build, we're gonna build.
Yeah, if you want to build, facts.
If we here to build, let's build. If you
and you should definitely
on some side chick shit.
Yeah, because I don't think that I don't think that encompasses what Charlotte is. It's a lot of beautiful people out here from everywhere.
Yeah.
And we got to
shout out to y'all.
Shout out to all my beautiful people. But we definitely got to definitely big up everybody that's doing their thing, and we got to stay in a positive direction. Even if we get some crazy shit from here and there, we just got to counter it, be constructive, and move forward. And let's rally behind the cats that are doing their thing. Yeah. And that to me is going to be what's going to usurp the bullshit, and we're going to be fine if we get behind those guys. You know, as much as you might be weary about it.
People just put more attention to the negative shit.
Yeah. It's more appealing.
Yeah. If it was like a positive type show or some shit like that, the real podcasters of Charlotte, then motherfuckers would be like, nobody want to see that shit. Turn that shit off. When motherfuckers see scandal and shit, I'm too.
You gotta. And the good thing about those cats that's doing the propaganda is that they throwing it in your face.
Yeah, sure enough.
You know what I mean? Versus the guys who are just wanting to get exposure. And I think Charlotte is due for culture. I think they're due for identity. I think there's a lot of people from here that's wanting to bring back and cultivate the city. So
step in the phone booth.
Clark, we'll be fine. I think we'll be fine.
Clark Kent about to step in the phone booth.
As you should. I mean,
these niggas. Superman.
I mean, come on, man.
Batman is that nigga though. Fuck Superman. Batman the nigga.
Only because he has no powers.
What you mean? He's that nigga because he doesn't have powers?
Yo, if I was Superman, I would punch Batman the fuck in the face and knock this nigga to Jupiter. Bitch, you gonna die. Like, that's how
Batman's a ninja. He gonna get past that shit. He gonna find a way. Anyway,
shout out to everybody wearing exclusive Jordans in here. I feel like I'm surrounded by dope Jordans.
Hey, that's what it is, man. Retro gang.
We are retro out here. Playoffs, bread. Yo, it's crazy.
I mean, it is what it is, man.
And I'm gonna sign off like this. My moral of the story is, listen, in life.
Hold on.
No, we gonna do it like that.
Do your own thing, though.
Yeah, I'm gonna segue.
It's a format, man. Can we stick to the format?
No format, bro.
Huh?
I'm segue.
Damn.
But like
community, thank you for tuning in to another episode. Moral of the Story podcast and shit. This is your boy. This is your boy. I don't say this is your boy. This is Christopher.
Tell them who you are.
I don't say this is your boy. I don't talk like that.
You do talk like that. You just said it.
I don't never say this is your boy.
Well, you sound like Big Tucker. Fuck out of here, boy.
But this is Christopher Allen, the mastermind. CTOP_TOP_ follow me. I just got back on social media. I took a fast from social media for like 21 days. Trying to get spiritually right. So I'm back on. And you know what? After I left, I got back on and realized I ain't missed a damn thing. It's the same shit.
It's crazy.
People showing fight videos. Same chick showing their ass, shaking that shit. It's the same shit, man. But yeah, thank y'all for tuning in. And we got to the right of me. This nigga
I'm here, Jamie, like aka Cool J, if you want to call me that. But I do want to just give special props to Chris, aka C-Top.
Talking to Mike. Talking to Mike. Start over. They didn't hear that.
I'm sorry, guys, but I do want to give a shout out to Mastermind Films, Chris.
Mastermind Pictures, man. Pictures.
Sorry, guys. Damn, you motherfuckers know what I mean.
Put some respect on my name.
Pardon me. But
sheesh.
I do want to give brilliant guy, beautiful guy.
I be chilling, man.
Been doing this thing. He getting it. You see it? This is how you know a nigga not chilling. When he be like, I be chilling. Get the fuck out of here.
I be chilling, man. I don't do too much.
Beautiful guy, beautiful family. And I think just moving forward as me being me and us being us, we just want to push positivity. And we just want to push that intellect, man. We want to counter everything. We want to be exuberant of everything that's going around.
Spell that right now.
Can't spell it right now. But we just want to be those guys. And ladies and gentlemen, that's exactly what we want to do. We want to counter everything.
For sure.
We want to think. We want to be positive.
Peace, positivity, and blessings. That's what
even though Chris was smooth hating the whole time. Facts.
When?
You was having?
On the shit?
You
fuck this shit. I ain't hating, but fuck this shit, man.
But yeah, moral of the story, I'm here. Here.
Stop.
And I'm doing my thing. He gonna cut me off.
C-Top, moral of the story is shout out to the people doing their thing with the side chicks of Charlotte. Y'all do y'all thing. Hope y'all get what y'all want out of it. For the people that are against it, y'all continue to have a positive energy about it. You don't have to bash them. Just do you, and you'll get your own shit in due time.
Moral of the story is be positive, be progressive, counter everything, research, do everything you want to do, and build culture. If we don't do that, we ain't got shit. And that's a fact. So let's expound on that, and let's be great. Shout out to Mastermind Pictures. Shout out to everybody that's being great in Charlotte. Videographers, photographers, models, promoters, all that good jazz. So, I got love for everybody. So let's just do that. Let's build. Don't give no bullshit, no legs, and let's stand on the shit that we believe in, and we'll be great. Moral of the story.